Well, we've been doing a lot more videos this week because we got a lot of new guns coming into California right now.
Thankfully.
And last week we did the Echelon versus the M&P, but there's a special gun out here right now, and that is this one right here. It's one of our rental guns, and it is the M&P Metal 2.0 4.25 inch. Yeah. Today, we're going to compare the polymer versus the metal Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 4.25 inch guns right here on Reviews It. Before we get started, let's talk about subscribing. Let's talk about, we really love you guys watching, but please like and subscribe because our channel is growing. We're over 21,000 now and over 5 million views on this channel.
No kidding.
And if we can get to 25, 30, that would really help our message get out even further. We don't do super, what would you call it? We do kind of the every person's review, not super techie, not super whatever. We just give you what we got and we go and we shoot it and it's over. And a lot of people like it and we hope you do too, so please like and subscribe.
And comment too. Comments really help the engagement in the YouTube algorithm as well.
And I actually, myself, right here on my phone, respond to every single comment. So what I don't like in comments though, is telling me that California sucks, because that has nothing to do with this video.
Yeah.
So if those don't even make it in, I just delete those before they even come out. Because if you're going to comment, let's talk about the guns, not about how, hey, I love California. There's not a better state in the union when it comes to where you're going to live. It's just the government.
It's the politics here that's really the issue, and we kind of get the pretty crappy end of the stick because we're here in cow country. We're pretty conservative here, but we still have to deal with liberal politics because we are under the thumb of Sacramento and San Francisco. So if we could have our way here, we'd be a mini Texas. We'd love to be.
But tomorrow is Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And let's be thankful that we're all here and we're all doing our very best for the Second Amendment, and we're doing our very best for the people of this county. So let's be happy and thankful for that.
Yes, sir.
Let's get on with it right now. This is one of my favorite guns ever made, and that is the Metal 2.0. I've had a chance to shoot the Metal and those. I actually had a service gun that was the 2.0 45. I mean, the first gen 45.
All the way back in, 1930 or so?
No. Back at the Sheriff's Office, Fresno County, I was issued a 45 in 2011.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Wow.
when they first came out.
That's soon.
When they first came out in 2011, the M&Ps came out. There was a little glitchy stuff at the very beginning, but they were pretty good guns. Since then, right now, Fresno is just transitioned to the M&P 2.0 9mm with optics.
I got a buddy right now who's in the CHP Academy, and forever and a day they've been using the 4.25 inch 40 cals, and he will actually be the last class using the 40 cals. They are switching to the 9mm very shortly. In fact, they probably already have.
Yeah, they've been at M&P. CHP has been an M&P. There's transitioning to M&P. They've been a Smith & Wesson agency for years.
Yeah.
Because we had the 4511 TSW, and they had the 4009 metal guns. Mm-hmm. Those were the old Model 39 variants of the 1911. So if you look at it, it's all metal.
Yeah.
And they have a little thumb safety up on the top.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Flip up and down. So it's basically a Model 39 variant that they're having. And so now it looks like they're switching over to the 2.0s now too.
Yeah, a lot of people are switching. Whenever people come into the store and they're looking for a really nice quality handgun that really doesn't break the bank all that much, there's two guns I recommend them. I recommend them Glock, which sadly I can't do anymore because of the state of California. Mm-hmm. And I recommend them M&P.
But up until 6 months ago, we couldn't do that because you couldn't buy an M&P in California.
Yeah.
So this is a really big step. So in this rankings right now, you've got the Glock, which they're not making anymore.
Yeah.
So that's out. So now you've got the SIG 320s, which is under a lot of fire. Just I sent that thing out yesterday to most people. Security for U.S. military security.
It was Air Force. It was Air Force Security Forces. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just standing there and it went off.
There actually has been an arrest made in that case.
No.
From what I've heard, I might be
not the one in Minnesota or
so it's another one.
No, just this week.
Oh,
there was another 320. The guy was standing there at a watchtower gate. Cars going by.
Yeah.
And he went and he brushed the grip with his hand right here, and it went off.
That is crazy.
On a 320.
I thought they suspended their use of it.
No.
I know that I'm pretty sure one of our branches did. Either it was the Navy or the Marines completely suspended their use of the 320s. So
the 320 is pretty much I was on a phone call talking to different owners yesterday, and they can't even give away the 320s right now. Yeah. A lot of people just don't trust them. They're great guns. Yeah, they are.
They're really nice. They're well made. But it's just that safety concern is not something that can be overlooked. I don't want to carry with the safety on and not one in the chamber.
So there's 3 guns right now in California, if you don't count the 320s, and that is the PDP, the Echelon, and now these 2 guns just came out.
When it comes to full-size
guns, these are the big 3 in California now. People complain about the PDP as being too fat. It's a very wide gun.
It's designed to be.
And so then that brings that down to this one and the Echelon. And we just did the Echelon comparison this last week, and wow. It's a hard choice between the 2.
I'm sure.
It is. I have shot the competition version of the metal right here. This is the metal, the gray is the metal, and the black is the polymer. I've shot this one with a 5-inch barrel and the compensator and all that stuff on it.
Really?
And
the really nice one.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And
I can only imagine.
Yeah. The difference in these 2 guns, when you're looking, there's $200 difference in these 2 guns.
Yeah.
Almost to the nickel, it's $200. So this one here is about $800, just under $800. This one is just under $1,000.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're cheap guns, but then again, they're not cheap guns.
Yeah, no.
These are top shelf guns.
There's one brand of gun that I always tell people can rival, not surpass, but rival Glock in reliability, and that's M&Ps. I used to not respect these guns very much until I saw what they were put through, and these guns are like Timexes. They can take a licking and keep on ticking.
Matter of fact, when I get back from my little vacation, I'll have another gun that we can review if it's still here. I've got a 19C Glock Gen V coming in.
Wow.
But I'm leaving
That'll be interesting.
in a couple days, so we'll see what happens with that.
Here, they already figured out how to make it full auto?
Yeah. They have already got a couple guys on.
What I'm hoping
blurp and burp.
What I'm hoping is they just did that to get the anti-gun people off their backs, and the V being Roman numeral for 5 is just a tongue-in-cheek way of saying we didn't change anything.
Well, they did. They changed the backside of the slide here, and they made the striker thinner to fit down to a groove, so you couldn't get that thing up over the striker.
And from what I've heard, the people who are actually manufacturing Glock switches legally for SOTs and stuff like that were saying that they took so much space out of the back that they don't have any room for the fire selector. So if you put a switch on a Gen V, it can only be full auto. You cannot switch it from full auto to semi.
And it's ridiculous to do it. I mean, it's a waste of ammo if you ask me, but it's also fun.
A damn good time.
So let's get back to these things. Okay, so the metal here, the plastic here, 3 ounces is the difference in weight.
Yeah, just about 3.1 exactly, unloaded.
So, but even loaded, they're going to have the same amount of 10 rounds in it, or 11, 10 plus 1. I still don't understand how they came up with 10 as a number.
It's arbitrary.
Exactly. Okay, anyway. Both have optic plates. They're RMR cut. You can put Trigicon RMR, Holosun SCS, Holosun 507Cs, 507Ks, and the delta points on these.
Yeah, very good optic cut straight from the factory. Without adapter plates, you can run a good number of really reliable optics out of the box.
And there's adapter plates inside the box,
yes, you do come with a whole grip of adapter plates in there if you want to run something a little bit more proprietary.
Yep. Also comes with 4 back straps.
Yes.
Extra small, small, medium, and large, or I think it's what it is. So your hand will fit these guns.
Yeah.
And they're all about the same. Another difference in these guns, when you talk about the original California M&Ps that came out about a year ago, they've added front serrations and they have discontinued the regular non-cut M&Ps.
Yeah.
So only these two guns will be available. The non-MOS cut will not be available anymore.
Which is kind of the trend, and I think a lot of firearm manufacturers should know. If you saw our last video on the that Taurus handgun, there's just a big, ugly, empty spot on top of the gun where they could have thrown an optic cut for an extra $50-100, and I was complaining about that. In my opinion, unless you're making a historically accurate vintage firearm, there's not much reason you shouldn't have at least the option.
Except Glock comes out now
with no optic cut. Why? Why on God's green earth would you ever want to do that?
Every agency now is switching to optics.
Everybody
is. Even if you don't want an optic, even if somebody comes in and says, I don't care about optics, they still, if they were looking at the old M&P without it and they're looking at a SIG next to it with it, they would always pick the SIG, because even if they don't want it, they want the cut.
Especially when there's no price difference. When there's no price difference, you might as well just get the one with the optic cut. I mean, even if it's $50
just in
more,
case.
Right? Just in case you might want to change your mind.
And it'll resell faster too.
Military, law enforcement, competition shooting, everybody in the shooting game, unless they're specifically trying to be old school and shoot irons, which still work fine, but they're all switching to optics.
Yep.
Right? Everything is optics now. They're cheap, they're affordable, and they're readily available. You might as well put it on your gun. Glock, take notes.
The biggest other difference between the polymer and the metal, for some reason they put optic high sights on these.
Yes.
And they put standard sights on the metal. And on this $1,000 metal gun, you get white 3 dots. You don't get tritium sights on a $1,000 gun.
Tritium optic height sights out of the box for a gun that's specifically designed to be running competition would be kind of nice. Maybe the mentality is if they're going to run it in comp, they're just going to remove the irons entirely. I see a lot of people in comp doing that, but I mean, come on, throw a pair in the box, guys. throw one in there.
$1,000 and you're not getting any, even just a front dot.
Yeah,
like the orange accented front dot with the tritium. That would be wonderful, but no. Come on, Smith. You get us to the finish line and then you fall down. Little tiny things like that. And I really wish they would have given us a California version without these wings over here.
Can't you remove them?
Because this is, well, hold on. This is a 1.3 inch wide gun when everything else is 1 inch guns because of these wings out here. Now, they have ambidextrous slide releases or slide stops here on both sides. They don't have mag releases on them. But I think you can flip them if you need to.
You might be able to.
Yeah, you can flip these if you want to.
Wrong-handed people.
And now finally, I gotta make an apology because I forgot about something the last time I did my review on the guns last week when we were tearing them apart. And it's simply on these guns, when you field strip them, you have to do something first. Now here at the butt of the gun is this little bar.
Yeah.
This is what takes your back strap off. And you get this little bar here. You see that, guys? You have to reach in here and pull down this little yellow bar. There we go.
Painted yellow, bright, right
there.
Right below where like the firing pin is.
Mine is on the left side. What side's yours on?
Mine's
right there.
Mine's just about the same.
Okay. Once you bring that down, all you have to do is take the magazine, mix the magazines out, flip this little tab down right here, release the slide, and it comes right off. If you don't bring this little yellow, little dingy thingy here, whatever it is, down, then you're gonna have to trip the trigger and it won't work sometimes.
Yeah.
And they are trying not to get the trigger tripped. And basically what this is it brings your sear block down when you push it down.
Well, that's a big complaint of Glocks. A lot of people really don't like that you have to pull the trigger in order to strip the gun.
Yep. So you just take this little thing out of the back of the grip, and it's your little bar to pull down that little yellow squiggly bar right there. and you're good to go. Your magazine pushes it back up, which puts the sear block back in battery.
Yeah.
There we go. We're going to put it back together. It's simple as just racking it to the rear, flipping, and done. We always replace the strap.
Yeah.
The strap bar.
That's important.
Wow. We are about where we need to go. These are 10-round guns because it's California still until December 5th when they set the hearing date.
Yep.
For the Duncan decision.
Lord willing.
We got AR-15s, ammo ban, and magazine ban, all in that same case.
You know, I'm just sitting here wondering if those online betting apps are starting to take bets for when they're going to appeal it. You know, that might be a good one to put your money on because they're going to fight tooth and nail.
Yeah.
I always say, you know, say what you want about the anti-gun people, but there's some of them that know they're not helping people and don't care. A lot of them are just brainwashed into thinking they're genuinely saving lives. Mm-hmm. With every gun law they pass, they think they're saving lives. So they're going to fight tooth and nail for it. Mm-hmm. You can respect where their heart's at, but they're just victims of propaganda. But they're going to fight tooth and nail to fight every single gun bill.
It's going to be a monster.
To the end.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, before we go, let's just go over stats real quick. 1.3 or 1.4 inches wide, 7.4 inches long, 5.5 inches tall for both these guns. They are identical in all these things, both striker fire. And this one is 30 ounces. This one is just a hair under 27.
So for that extra 200 or so, 300?
This 200? Is three. Oh yeah, $200.
Yeah, you're getting an extra 3.1 ounces, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is enough to be felt. You can feel the difference in the weight in these two guns.
And then this one here is 900, and this one here is right about 749, 750. So it's about $150 difference. And you know what? Let's get in the range.
Let's do it.
Okay. In full disclosure, this is our rental 2.0 because I don't want to use a new gun for this, but it's exactly the same dimensions. The only thing different is there's no slide serrations here, and these are standard sights, not high sights like the other one. We're doing this not necessarily for accuracy, but we want accuracy, but we're doing it for fit, feel, and function. I hope that kind of clears things up for you. I'm going to shoot this one first, and then directly after, I'm going to shoot the metal. I'm shooting target number 1, and I'm shooting target number 2 with the metal. Here we go. By the way, this magazine, the 10th round, was a bugger, to say the least. All right, 7 yards, 115 grain, 9mm, polymer 2.0, Smith & Wesson M&P. Here we go, there's 10. I'll trade you. I love shooting this gun fast. I put 6 in the core, a couple low. Here we go. This is the M&P Metal 2.0. And let's see how this one works. Ooh, nice and tight. Number 2 target, 115 grain, 7 yards. The grip is a little more aggressive in the front. Whoop, a little high. Little high and left. Here we go, clear. Let's go take a look at these two real quick. I was shooting twice as fast with this one as this one. My first 3 rounds are here. I slowed it down just a little bit more and I put them all right there. So I got 4 rounds here and 4 rounds here. Now here I've got 6 rounds here, but my first one was a little bit low and then I got them back up, and then as I was shooting faster, they went a little bit low. But shooting wise, they feel about the same so far. Now we're going to do something a little bit different than we don't do it normally in these videos. We're going to let Preston go low ready and just mag dump basically into number 3 and number 4 and see how accurate it would be. And this is going to be more target focused shooting, not sight focused shooting. So, you ready to go?
Yes, sir. So I'm going to run a bill drill here on both of these guns. That's just going to be 6 rounds on target as fast as I can. The mentality behind this drill is shooting slow in that is fine if you're testing the accuracy of a pistol, if you're trying to target shoot. But in any defensive shooting, officer-involved shootings and other things like that, they're dumping rounds as fast as they can. So the mentality is I want to see the difference in controllability between the polymer frame and the steel frame. We're good to go?
Good to go.
All right.
Shooter ready?
Yep.
Okay. There is the standard, and here's the metal. Same thing.
All right, on you.
Shooter ready? Mm-hmm. Here we go. All clear? Let's go take a look at it real quick. You were 2.5 seconds all 6 rounds.
2.5 seconds. Okay, cool.
So here was the M&P polymer. A little bit on, a little bit high. But on this one, what shot was that one?
This was my first one, and this was everything after. So you can see I was pushing the gas, and if I controlled the recoil a little better and muscled it lower, this maintained a little bit more consistent of a grouping off board, and this one was just a little bit more uniform. There wasn't so much as flying. Like I said, this was me kind of pushing the gas as much as I could.
Sure.
But I didn't feel all that much of a difference, but it kind of speaks for itself with how tight the groupings are.
Except they were a little high and right.
A little high, a little high.
And these were still a little bit high. Just a little bit of, maybe a little bit of healing the gun with your palm, a little bit. But you know what? Let's get back in there and let's wrap up this review, okay? Sometimes when we shoot guns, it's a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Sometimes we shoot guns, we're disappointed, sometimes we're excited. I tell you, when you talk about guns that you don't have to think about, guns that you don't have to worry about, guns that just work, that has been the M&P line of guns.
M&P comes to mind when you talk about guns that you just need, form over function over form.
And for me, when I don't have to think about the trigger,
yeah.
When I don't have to worry about the trigger and it doesn't hurt my finger or pinch my finger or is too hard to snap over, and I'm sorry Glock, but that's just you. This is why I love shooting guns, because of guns like this.
Yeah.
You were gas pedal on this thing. I mean, you were absolutely throwing them down range, and they were still all on target, and they were all within about this much, and that's what you're looking for.
A zone is what I'm looking for,
yeah.
and I mean, you could, anybody can sit there and put a quarter size grouping on a target if they take however long.
Yep.
But when you get into a shooting where your life is on the line, you're gonna dump rounds and you're gonna shoot fast, and the goal is to maintain that speed within an acceptable realm of accuracy. And if it's center mass in that A zone, then that's good enough for me.
I tell you, I was in Shreveport earlier this year, and I talked to Smith & Wesson.
Yeah.
At a convention, and I said, we could not sell these guns without MOS cut.
Yeah.
Please give us MOS cut. And they said, we got them coming. And when 2 months later, guess what? They came out, and then it took another 6 months for them to get onto the market. But we have them. California's got them now, and you will not be disappointed.
No, they're very nice.
When it comes to the full size, and the compact is a quarter-inch shorter grip and a quarter-inch shorter barrel. I mean,
Glock 19.
Basically is what it is, and congratulations, thank you thank you, Smith & Wesson, for doing what we asked and giving you a gun that you can actually rely on.
They're excellent guns.
Yep.
And speaking to the differences between the two of them, I didn't notice the difference in recoil. Maybe I should have paid attention a little bit more to how it felt, but you can definitely see the groupings on this one were a little bit more consistent, whereas this one was a little bit more erratic. So maybe 3 ounces really does make all the difference.
This one feels better in the hand, though.
It does.
It does. The metal feels better in the hand.
This front grip section up here is
your hand doesn't
very
move a bit.
aggressive. No.
Yeah.
And I've got experience shooting in hot temperatures with these guns, right alongside a Gen 3 Glock, and hand slippage is virtually non-existent. The texturing on these is phenomenal.
Not so much that it hurts your hands, but enough that it grabs your hands.
Yes, your hands are really not going to slip off these. And what I always tell people is if you're in a defensive shooting where, Lord forbid, you have to use your handgun, your hands are probably going to be sweaty. They could be wet. Depending on how far up creek you are, they could be covered in blood. Your hands are not going to slip off of these. They're very well thought out guns ergonomically.
Well, there you go. That is the Smith & Wesson M&P 2.0 4.25 inch polymer and metal guns right here on Reviews It. Don't forget, like, subscribe. Let us know if you have any comments. And thank you for watching Reviews It. What's up?
Okay, so is your message a confirmation that Preston is coming in?
I'm sitting next to him right now.
Oh, okay.
We're making a video.
Just don't edit this part out.
Okay, so find somebody to come in at noon if you can.
Okay, well, I'll just tell Brady come in at noon.
Perfect.
Okay, great. Thanks, Preston.
Thanks.
No problem.
Bye.